Alright, hi, welcome everyone. Here we are in 6th player, and I'm Morgana with my fellow spy mate, Akaro. Let's see how this goes. First looking off, I see that they have a hammer, and they have the next hammer. So if he picks clean, it's likely they'll be able to find something, so I'm going to try to make sure that he doesn't pick clean. With my off pick, if he's Percival, he'll see that I'm off picking this, and he'll assume that I'm doing one good, one bad. Therefore, he won't take Arthur. Makes it a little bit more likely that he'll take either me or a spy or one less res to choose from. If he takes Pardon, I guess it's okay, because then Pardon will have to make a decision also. As opposed to if he picks Caitlyn, then Pardon will add himself, and then he'll get 2 passing missions in a row, and then they might use Danny's rule in order to force it to be repicked. And so automatically I see that Pardon just took Akaro right off the bat. Merlin usually is going to try to pick clean. Just because he knows he can get away with it, and if not, then he'll be confusing people. Oh, sweet. So I'm going to mark him as not Merlin. Actually, maybe I'll make a little X or something. That's not Merlin. Succeeded, pretty standard. It's easier to hide in 3 or 4 people than it is to hide in 2 people. So no reason to tell AK that I'm bad already. Alright, pretty standard so far. The usual question in M2 is what was the first mission clean or not? So, and the answer, and you'll be answering it by your pick. So Sir Arthur added himself, saying that he wants to be added onto the team. Caitlyn did the same. It's not incredibly binding. Like if I were Percival and I saw, let's say, Caitlyn added herself to a mission that had the other Merlin on it, I wouldn't say that she's wrong or anything about it. It's just I guess a missed opportunity for Merlin to say something if he wanted, or for someone else who's not Merlin to accuse it randomly and hope that it was right. Alright, so far 3 people have added themselves. So it's gonna fail, so maybe I'm gonna take this opportunity. Well, I already said that there's one spy between AK and Sir Arthur, so maybe I'll take Caitlyn in order to show, because Merlin's not going to pick clean here. So I'm going to show that there's one bad in between AK and Sir Arthur, that's from before, and I'll show that AK and Kate is also going to be dirty. Maybe I can form something out of that. I'm expecting Pardon now to add himself. It might be a good idea to try to make Pardon as part of my team, because I know that he's not. Well, I think he's likely not Merlin. So I'm not making. If I res him or something, then I'm not accidentally resing. I'm not accidentally resing the other Merlin. I could also mark off that AK is not Merlin. That's unfortunate because now I have to. That means Merlin's probably between the two of them, which means I may have to go with AK because I said that. Yeah. So if I make it seem like AK is the good one, then I would be saying that Sir Arthur and Caitlin are both bad, and that can't work. So that team would be impossible. So it looks like I have to go with Pardon. If that's the case, if I make Pardon seem good, that means AK has to be bad. That means Sir Arthur and Caitlin are both good, which means I have to say that Akaro is bad. I think I should have added Akaro. Then I would be able to have a chance. Now there's no way that I can blame both Merlin and one of these two non-Merlins. I could be wrong. It's possible that one of them is actually Merlin and picked dirty on purpose. But then if that's the case, then if one of them is Merlin, then I'm in a good situation, because Percival is going to start to like Akaro at some point, even if he does gravitate to Pardon. No reason to reject this. I guess this is sort of the weakest pick. When I did my 1, 2, 3, that's sort of my weakest pick of saying that it's dirty, because it's possible that I added one more person. That person was clean. So let's see if that can work. If I accuse AK, that means I'm liking Arthur. No. If I like AK, I could, maybe I like Kate as well. I have to accuse Pardon, I have to accuse Sir Arthur. In which case, that would be my team. Oh, that actually is. That might be a Percy. That might be Percy, because that would be the team that I'm pushing for. Okay, so only Sir Arthur liked that. Percy. That also makes me lean towards him being Percy, because I know that he's probably not Merlin, which means on this team there was both a Merlin and a Percy, and Percy might have said no. So I mean, maybe he's Percy, but why would Percy say no to a viable team of Merlin? Let's see, AK. Oh, fine. Caitlin would have already said that there's one spy between the two of us. If Kate is Percy. So it's possible if AK is Merlin, is Percival, then, well, actually I use that sign for something else. I'll say if AK is Percival to Sir Arthur, then that could make sense. Because it wouldn't be Caitlin, because otherwise that team wouldn't make sense. So Sir Arthur just picked this team, a one spy team, said yes. There was no other Percival to back him up because he was Percival. Maybe. Why are you talking about guitars? Oh, Sir Spy, I think. Huh. That's weird. So maybe he's not Percy. He's soft accused. Let's type this out. He soft accused a Merlin candidate? That doesn't really make sense to me. That's kind of weird for him to accuse him there. I'm going to copy this. What else did I not? Yeah, wow, not like Sir Spy. I think that's sort of a VT thing to say. I'll keep it in my notes, but I'm not so sure about this theory anymore. I just don't see that Percival would already start accusing Sir Arthur. Alright, I should also, since I'm a potential Merlin, I should sort of show some hesitation. because Merlin can't pick clean here, otherwise I'm going to get shot, even if I were Merlin. What's 2? I'm not going to talk about Merlin. Yeah. So I'm actually going to cross this off. Because with all these rejects going around, I don't see that AK, if he really did see Sir Arthur and me as 2 Merlin candidates, I don't see that he would do that. I don't think that he would do that. I don't think he would approve it. There are a bunch of rejects up until now, so if he rejected it, wouldn't be weird. The fact that he's approving it says that it's a viable team for him. But he did accuse Sir Arthur, and Merlin wouldn't do that. So he's definitely not Merlin. So I'm not necessarily sure that he's Percy anymore. Alright, so let's see here. AK picked that, and we both said, yeah, it's fine. Well, what if he's Percy and... No, I'm not sure he's Percy. So why would he have picked it? He wouldn't... Also Merlin, yeah. Alright, I think he has to be VT. Alright, so moving on. Well, why would Caitlin say no to this? If she's Percy, it's a viable team. If Caitlin is Percy, she sees me, she sees I off-picked, so she could potentially know that I'm accusing... Yeah, that was a viable team, so I don't think that Kate is Percy to Akiro. Because if, because my team could have been to her, it still could have been, those 2 are the spies. Because my first off pick is that, my second, and then I have to accuse someone here. So that was a viable team, and Caitlin wouldn't have rejected a team that could have been clean, because then she knows that she might un-Merlin herself. That's going to be hard to forget, for her to take the bullet instead of me if I really am Merlin. So I don't think that Caitlin is Percy. Yeah, so maybe Caitlin is now Merlin, who might be Percival. So if Caitlin is Merlin, then I might have been marked. Because that means that 1 spy is here and 1 spy is here. If AK is the spy that I'm going to end up accusing, that means that I took my team 1, 2, 3, for my M2 team was 1, 2, 3, and that had 2 spies, and that's useless. Like, I mean, it doesn't help. Usually Merlin's going to pick just dirty enough in order to get by, not pick, all the spies. Yeah, I don't think this can be my team anymore. This was already picked. I don't think this could be my team anymore. Wow. I guess it could have. Are those the 2 VTs? I could just repick it and say, hey, look, it wasn't me. I think I'm gonna have to, because I need to stall. I do like, actually, I'm happier that, oh, could Caitlyn have adapted in order to get Hammer? That's possible. That Caitlyn is still Merlin. Said yes to it, but only because she wanted Hammer. Well, he. I want to see if someone will ask me to repick it. Anyway, AK is definitely not Percy to Kate. If Percy's on this team, then Merlin's off of it. Actually, I'll mark that each of them are not Percy to each other. So it means that trails are leading to Sir Arthur being Merlin. No, to Kate being Merlin. Was that consensus? Oh, Sir Arthur wants me. That sounds Percy-like. And he wants me to accuse AK. Let's see. Now he's possibly Percy. And if so, then I accused AK. In which case my team would be for him. Would be 1, 2, 3. That would be my team. So now I can't pick this. So maybe I can pick that. Now it's and accuse it double. This is the team that Sir Arthur thinks that I want. If assuming that he's Percy to Kate. I think maybe I will take Kate, so that way he doesn't realize that. Actually, I can test. I could take it. I could take it and then see if he turns on me. I'd rather keep him with me as long as possible. And they definitely accused each other. I think I can take this. Fine. Unless I drop Kate and put in Pardon. But that is my team. If I put this, then it's going to have a single spy. Akaro's not involved. That's also decent. Do I have to have Kate? Yeah, I'm going to leave him off. That way people will assume that there's something wrong with the hammer. It might be a dumb team. I haven't considered everything else, but it's a pretty random team. That's the only reason that I might not have wanted to do this. So this is still my team. If Sir Arthur... Pardon wasn't picked very much on anything, which is odd. Also, I don't know if apologizing helps or not, but I might as well say something. I'm looking for... I think Kate is right. She's 100% right. Which means that maybe she can be Merlin. Sir Arthur is not Merlin. He just said that that Caitlin is not hammering. I think that means that Kate has to be. I think that leaves us with Kate Merlin. I think. That was an easy pick and reject because Caitlin had basically accused Akaro when by asking if she can hammer. No, this is my off pick. I can't imagine this being apped by Percy. And also, I said Akaro can be hammer. So there's no reason for me to for them to app a team that has me but without Akaro if I'm supporting him. Oh wow. And AK accused Sir Arthur earlier. But now he approves him. What changed? I don't think anything changed. Oh, Pardon is stepping up. He might be Percy also. I wanted to say that I'm not really rejecting it, I'm just... Yeah. Yeah, Percy. I think he's Percy. Sir Arthur seemed to have taken the team that I wanted. If he actually had taken himself, Akaro, and me, then I would have approved. Yep, she's getting shot anyway. Pretty sure. It makes the whole game makes sense with Sir Arthur as Percy to Kate. To unconditionally or fail. Okay, so that so why does Pardon accuse me? Could he be Percy and have figured out that I'm not Merlin? Both AK and Sir Arthur have uh-oh. The tides are turning. Ah, boy. So let's see Caitlin's picks. Fine. Um, option Spartan. Could Pardon be could Pardon be Merlin somehow? I don't see it. I don't see Pardon saying much. Well, he said that M2 singled and M3 singled. So if he's Merlin, who would be Percival? If he's Percival, let's try to go through it. If he's Percival, he took my team and he approved it. Then he turns on me because I didn't approve him. That could be, and then Kate is just a VT. That actually might work. And how does Kate as a VT figure it out? I don't think she does. There's no reason to accuse Akaro. I'll mark it just as a maybe. If Sir Arthur is Percy to Pardon, I don't know if they all get. I think what makes. Okay, makes the most sense. I mean, I could go through all the other options if I felt like it, and then try to see what it is. But I mean, the whole game it was pointing to Kate being Merlin. She basically outed herself as Merlin. I think I'm okay with that. And 4s. And 4, 3 plus u. So, oh right, so he's not Percy to pardon. And what if Kate is Percy to pardon? If Caitlin is Percy to pardon, then why does she reject that? I choose 1 here, that means I have 1 and 1. I don't think Kate rejects M 3.1. It's Percy to pardon. Alright, you can hope that I'm right. Yes. Okay, awesome. I was wrong about Sir Arthur being Percival. I'm not sure how he figured it out. Maybe he just assumed that I might have been Merlin. Pardon as Percival. What did he do? Once this failed, he knows that I'm accusing AK. That means that I have to like Acro and Sir Arthur. When I rejected 1, 2, 3, no, I'm still consistent with this. I'm not sure how he turned on me. Pardon, when did you mark me? Let's see what he has to say. Let's see what he has to say. I think I was consistent. Okay. I'm not sure if that's entirely justified, because after all, he picked me. So if I accuse him, oh, I guess my M2.4 wasn't right. First and pick second spy. And what was her M3? Caitlin's AK, Kate, Acro, and Pardon. was AK, Kate, Acaro, and Pardon. So took off one spy and put on the other. Yeah, that is a decent move because, again, from her point of view, she's not going to pick clean, and she's also not going to pick super dirty, so she's going to pick exactly one. So by removing me and putting on another spy, she's basically saying that we're interchangeable because it keeps the same amount of spies on there, and she's picking one spy. So I guess she's also consistent. Alright, yeah, I mean, it's true. And also with AK and Sir Arthur accusing themselves, each other, then that wasn't so great. It was hard for her to turn things around. Alright, yeah, I hope this was helpful.